You look at the stats inside and you see where the Bullets have much more productive players in there, but again, the timing, the ball movement, and the outside shooting is going to be so critical for the Bullets' success.
Chris Webber will jump center against Christian Leitner to get this one underway. And the Bullets control the tip. Scott Skiles, Calvert Chaney in the backcourt. Winston Garland putting pressure on Skiles. Juwan Howard is double teamed by Weston Rooks. Feeds Tucker out to Calvert Chaney for an open shot. He has been struggling with his shooting.
Yes, he has. He's not taking bad shots, though. You've got to remember that. The only way to get out of a slump is to keep shooting.
Shooting only 38% over his last 5 games. Isaiah Ryder's shot won't go. The Bullets will try to run. The T-Wolves don't like to run as much as the Bullets do. They're more of a half-court team. They'll run if they have a clear fast break or off a turnover, but offensively they'll set it up most of the time. Juwan Howard with a half-foot. Leitner rebounds for Minnesota. This is Winston Garland, who was released by Phoenix during spring training camp and picked up by the T-Wolves. Now they're starting point guard. Howard rebounding the missed shot by Doug West. Calvert Chaney hard to the basket.
Good move from Calvert. You can see the fact that not shooting well from the outside, decides to take it inside. He sees an angle to get inside, does so successfully. Could pull up right there, but he knows he can get to the basket on Sean Rooks, does so.
2-0 Bullets. West squares up for the jumper, and he misses it. Over the top is Webber for the rebound. Chaney for 3.
Well, you can just sense fans here holding their breath when he pulls up. Open shots again, just wanting him to get that first shot down from the perimeter. Tell you what, with West and Ryder, you got to be careful. Both of them have great jumping ability, like to go after the lob dunks.
Sean Rooks underhands a pass to Ryder for the basket to tie it up. Isaiah Ryder averaging 19 a game to lead the T-Wolves. Back door. Well, I thought it was a pass, but it almost went in the basket. Doug West on the breakaway.
Yeah, it was supposed to be. Just came a little too high, hit that backboard.
And Minnesota's taken a 4-2 lead. T-Wolves have a better road record than home record. They're 3-7 on the road, 1-10 at home. Chris Webber misses a 3-pointer, and Tucker rebounds and is fouled. Foul is on Isaiah Ryder. Howard to Webber. Those two have worked so well together.
Well, we saw that in the Utah game, the two reading each other from both ends, with both of them making nice assists to the other, but that time it was Howard getting the assists.
The two former college teammates at Michigan combining on the basket. Pass intended for Leitner, picked off by Chris Webber, who can really handle it most of the time. Calvert Chaney punches it home.
You know, you've got your streak in free throws. Don't make it happen with dribbling, too.
And Webber fouls Christian Leitner. It never fails. When I say a guy's a great ball handler, he'll turn it over. When I say he's hot, he's hit 4 in a row, he'll miss.
Yeah, he heard you talking right about here, loses the handle. Fortunately, Juwan Howard's trailing the play. He picks it up, and the Bullets still convert. Calvert Chaney again getting 2 field goals, both of them inside.
Fans are booing Christian Leitner, who's developed kind of a bad boy reputation.
And here's that last lob. Look how high. I thought it was going to be a similar pass we saw earlier off the backboard, but boy, I tell you, Webber can get up and get that ball.
Leitner makes both free throws, and it's tied at 6 with 8:48 remaining in the first period. We'll talk more about the new Christian Leitner when we get a chance later, or Leitner.
Look how well Webber finds the open man and delivers the pass.
Juwan Howard behind Chaney's screen. 8-6 Bullets. Boy, Minnesota gets the ball up the court in a hurry. West misses the runner, but he'll go to the free throw line. Foul is on Calvert Cheney.
Well, I mentioned they have some really exciting open court players in Doug West and Isaiah Ryder. Both have tremendous jumping ability, and sometimes it's frightening the way they can get up in the air. But Juwan Howard getting that ball in on the perimeter jump shot, but look how quickly they advance it. And West has an open court, draws the foul.
Doug West, the last of the original Timberwolves. 5-year veteran from Villanova, who can play either guard or forward. West has 3, and the Bullets lead 8-7. Full court pressure by Minnesota. And the Bullets break it and have the numbers. Calvert Cheney puts it up. Having trouble getting his shots to fall early. Leitner lays it off to Doug West. Good defense by Tucker to break it up. Here's Weber the other way. He drops it for Skiles. Back to Weber. Sensational fast break.
We've seen it over the last 4 or 5 games, Weber's passing ability, and it's been very impressive.
Ryder's chased back outside by Tucker. Sean Rooks trying to post up. Winston Garland with the jumper. The Bullets look like they want to run. Looking to push it. Cheney on the drive. Over to Skiles. Well, Howard might have had a shot had he not fumbled it away. Turn around, Juwan. It's right behind you. And a timeout has been called by Minnesota. This will be a 20-second timeout. Winston Garland diving for the loose ball and then calling timeout. So this is a 20. But I started to mention Christian Leitner. The fans were booing him as he went to the free throw line. You know, last year he wore a headband, had long hair, and had developed this reputation of kind of being a bad guy. But apparently Bill Blair met with him at the start of this season and told him that they needed a serious attitude from everybody on this team. And Greg Ballard, the former Bullet, who's one of Minnesota's assistants, is saying he has maybe the best attitude on the team. He's got his hair cut short. He's working hard. He wants to play. And all he wants to do is win. He just got kind of bogged down in the losing atmosphere in Minnesota. But he's a good guy, and he wants to win basketball games.
And he's listening to what you're saying right now.
Should be worth a tip.
I don't think he agreed with you.
I don't think he heard me. He has more important things on his mind.
That's true.
What I have to say.
He's focused right now.
Ryder trying to work a 2-man game with Rooks, who now moves out to screen for Isaiah. West puts it up. Good defense by the Bullets, but it's tipped back to Ryder, who buries it.
Yeah, well, the idea of the lack of motion on the offense of Minnesota and the fact the Bullets are doing a good job covering for each other showed well on their part there.
Calvert Cheney over to Tucker. Tip to Tucker, and he lays it in.
So Tucker's another one from his position, needs to, when he gets open, shoot the ball quickly and with confidence, just like you would in practice. Don't hesitate.
He started 4 games. This is his 5th start. He's averaging only 4.8 points per game and has not taken a lot of shots. Foul on Tucker, caught trailing Doug West on the play. And we get a timeout with 6:19 remaining in the first quarter. The Bullets lead the Timberwolves 12-9.
You've reached Acme on.
There's a difference between their idea of 24-hour service and ours.
Geico Auto Insurance, this is Patty.
A pulse. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. At Geico, it only takes 15 minutes to get a line-by-line comparison on your car insurance, so you'll know exactly what you're spending and what you can cut out. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
From the city by the bay to the city of light, every day we connect over 200 places with over 5,000 flights. And though we continue to grow with new aircraft and new destinations, though we fly over 160,000 people a day, we remain committed to serving each and every person one at a time.
There are two secrets to getting a great value on a new truck. One is to ask a lot of questions. The other is knowing where to go to get the answers you like. Like how to get a special lease offer on the new Chevy Blazer, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. It's called Making Your Money Count, and it's at your Chevy dealer now. Now, this is a secret I shouldn't keep to myself. Make your money count. See your local Chevy dealer today.
Well, this is a good transition for the Bullets. Chaney gets the ball out quickly. And watch what Weber does. The first thing he does is get the ball to the middle, and they have their natural 3-on-2 break with the two wings and good interior passing right here between Weber and Howard.
And back to live action. The Bullets leading 12-9.
The Bullets making that entry pass very difficult.
Leitner backs into the lane, and it's a shot blocked by Chris Weber. Bullets running the break again. Skiles to Chaney. No whistle, and he scores. Doug West flopped back, hoping to get a call.
Well, Chaney made his first. That wasn't a long perimeter shot, but was a perimeter shot, jump shot.
Sean Rooks, the ex-Dallas Maverick, rattles it home off the fake. Bullets by 3, 5.5 remaining first period. Chaney uses a Weber screen. Good pass. And Chris Weber lays it up, tips it up, but can't put it down. Isaiah Wright, very active, handles the ball well. He's looking to score, believe me.
3 seconds.
It's been a while since we've had an attempt.
Leitner, no. And Tucker grabs it. Chaney to Weber, back to Howard, to Weber, who lays it in. Great passing.
Now that's unselfish basketball. Two-man break, just passing, keeping the defense at bay until you get the layup.
Kind of beginning to like the looks of this lineup, Phil, at least with Howard and Weber.
Well, there's more to come when we get people healthy.
Leitner, nope, but he'll go to the line, fouled by Anthony Tucker. Beg your pardon, the foul is on Howard.
Minnesota a little disorganized offensively there. Well, we'll take a look at this last fast break turns into a two-man break between Howard and Weber. And that's just excellent passing.
Christian Leitner with 3 points, all from the free throw line. He's averaging 14.4 per game. Leitner has 4, and it's 16-13 Bullets. We're near the end of the first quarter. Chaney curling off a pick. Too strong, rebounded by Leitner. Calbert Chaney is now 3 for 7 from the floor. Not bad.
No. You still want to see him get those, get that first outside shot so he can relax and just play.
A turnover by Minnesota. Scott Skiles draws the foul. Winston Garland got a piece of him. A lot of people in street clothes tonight with all the injured for both these teams. As a matter of fact, this is the Bullets injured group. Rex Chapman and
yeah, they couldn't even sit them all together. There were so many of them. They had to separate.
Oh yeah, Weber slams it home. Well, the Bullets are without Rex Chapman, Kevin Duckworth, Don McClain, Kenny Walker, and Brent Price. Minnesota's without Daniel Marshall, who sprained his ankle last night. Michael Williams is out 6 to 8 weeks with an ankle injury. And a couple of others, Charles Shackelford and Melvin Robinson. Good hill. Stripped by Skiles, who can't save it.
Yeah, Leitner's doing something we talked about the Bullet inside players doing early on, and that's taking too much time to make your move inside that allows the defense to drop in and help, and that's what Scott did.
Only 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Winston Garland's shot puts it up there, and that's...
Well, he shot it from behind the basket, so you can't do that. It's a turnover.
Went over the backboard, so a turnover by the T-Wolves. The Bullets have the ball and a 5-point lead with 3:33 to go. Bill Blair waited 13 years to become a head coach, an assistant for 13 years. He was a head coach in college, a couple of different schools. Howard with a quick spin.
Leitner was lucky he didn't get called with a foul, but Howard just left him totally flat-footed. Nice move.
And the Bullets have their biggest lead, 7 points, as Minnesota calls a timeout with 3:12 left in the first period.
You're watching HTS. More sports. Your sports.
For most people, a true luxury performance sedan always seems a bit out of reach. That's why Infiniti created the G20, so you could drive a world-class car while you're still young enough to enjoy it. Infiniti luxury and performance at a surprisingly affordable price. You only live once. It's time to get started.
Nationwide Infiniti, York and Timonium Roads next to the fairgrounds.
Right now at Luskin's, just in time for the holidays, this 25-inch giant remote color TV is $248. Plus, buy any big screen or big tube TV from Mitsubishi, RCA, Sony, Hitachi, or Zenith. Any appliance from GE, Whirlpool, Amana, or Maytag. Buy any total purchase in the store, $9.99 or more, and pay no money down. 0% interest and no payments until 1996. Remember, only Luskin's has same-day delivery right now at Luskin's.
Ho, ho, ho! Johnny O talking about the Bullets' 12 games of December on HTS. Game 7, the Bullets, too bad. Chris Webber, he's got the winning tube. Juwan Howard coming on strong. These Bullets are ready to go on a roll. Let's take care of Sir Charles, KJ, Marley, and the Phoenix Suns. So get ready for the Bullets and the Suns. Monday night at 9, only on HTS.
Juwan Howard is going to leave Christian Laettner flat-footed and in his spot. Quick spin move on the baseline side. He's trying to push Juwan out, but Juwan leaves him. Nice move. And as I said, Laettner could have picked up another foul. 6 points for Juwan Howard, off to a good start.
Sean Rooks puts it up. Bullets have done a good job keeping Minnesota to one shot and haven't had many offensive rebounds. Should point out the T-Wolves are the poorest rebounding team in the league, especially on the offensive boards. Skiles penetrates, kicks it out to Tucker.
Good shot. You know, I was just about to mention that's his 4th point, but Tucker has been doing a good job keeping Isaiah Ryder somewhat quiet and also getting some rebounds in the act.
Bullets by 9, their biggest lead. Laettner and Skiles collide. And the foul is on Skiles, who may have gotten the worst of that collision. Big George Mirasan checks in, replacing Juwan Howard.
I don't think Scott is going to let him know that he got the worst. And Juwan Howard getting a nice ovation. He's played well.
They hit 3 of 4 shots, scored 6 points, grabbed a couple of rebounds, had 3 assists and a block. Laettner has all 5 of his points from the free throw line. He was the College Player of the Year in 1992 at Duke. 6 for Laettner. 22-15 Bullets. 2:25 left in the period. Mitchell Butler's in the game for the Bullets. Nice feed from Webber. That's a dimension of Chris Webber, his passing ability.
Oh. Well, that certainly didn't come in the scouting report, but we've seen plenty of it.
Garland is trapped and stolen by Skiles. But he's tied up by Winston Garland. It'll be a jump ball. Skiles was not too happy about it. He thought he got fouled.
Well, as they were wrestling around on the floor, Skiles caught an elbow from Garland. Look at this bounce pass, right on the money. Mitchell Butler running without the ball, and he does that so well. Moves strong to the basket. And that's what you do. You see that head turn, you get the angle on your man, go in strong. Nice assist and nice play from Mitchell Butler.
And double technical fouls have been called on Anthony Tucker of the Bullets and Winston Garland of Minnesota.
Well, Tucker did what he was supposed to do, really. He stepped in between the two players after he saw his teammate get nailed in the jaw.
Well, Steve Javie calling the T. We're liable to see a lot of T's tonight, besides the T-Wolves. Doug West loses it, taken away by Butler. Weber with a touch pass to Skiles. Over the shoulder to Butler. Oh, that's too bad they couldn't have finished it. That would have been spectacular.
Yes, it would. And I think something else the Bullets need. Scott Skiles, we mentioned, been struggling a little bit the last couple of games. He's made a couple of nice passes that have not been converted. You know, some of those plays, if they could get converted, that's going to probably pick his spirits up and get him going as well. So unfortunate they didn't convert that, but some nice ideas, nice passing.
Chris Smith, the 2-year veteran from UConn, is in the game now for Minnesota. And a hand-checking foul is called on Mitchell Butler. Didn't appear to be a lot of contact. Bullets are over the limit. They've been whistled for 6 fouls in the first quarter. Isaiah Ryder will go to the line. Ryder, an 82% free throw shooter. He was known as J.R. Ryder when he played at UNLV. Greg Ballard was known as Bills when he played for the Bullets.
Well, maybe you didn't hear me when we were here before the game and I called him J.R. He's from my hometown. I like to introduce myself to guys from the Bay Area, and you very quietly corrected me and told me it's Isaiah. But he didn't say anything, so I guess.
Skiles shot rims out. Leitner with the rebound. Off to Chris Smith. Ryder looking for a screen. Tucker gives him a little room and he buries it. 8 points for Isaiah Ryder, and it's 24-19 Bullets with 56 seconds left in the quarter. Weber from the outside. Ryder into Leitner, and goaltending is called on George Murasai.
That was a nice entry pass from Ryder, who saw that Leitner had his man pinned. That time I think he was being guarded by Chris Weber.
That cuts the Bullet lead to 3. Minnesota has scored 6 straight points. About a 6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Steve Javie calls a foul on Chris Smith for hand checking. First foul in the last 2 minutes, so no free throws. Now the Bullets could use all of the time remaining. Double team on Weber, out to Mitchell Butler for 3. And Chris Weber got hit in the head or in the face, and he appears to be injured. He must have caught an elbow in the scramble for that rebound. And trainer Kevin Johnson will take a look at him between quarters, but at the end of 1, the Bullets lead 24-21.
Right now, every qualifying gasoline purchase earns you points towards free sports apparel, food, and automotive items on Crown's Road to Redemption. So pick up your brochure today, and let's hit the road. Crown, quality gasolines, and a good deal more.
To get noticed, show up in leather. To get leather, show up here. Wilson's, the leather experts. All coats shown on sale, $149.99.
It was the early 1900s. Baltimore was growing. And Carroll Independent Fuel was there to keep the wheels of progress turning. It took hard work and a commitment to quality. Now, nearly 100 years later, Carroll Independent still takes pride by providing Baltimore with the highest quality products and services, like Citgo Super Premium Unleaded. Carroll Independent Fuel and Citgo. You can feel the pride.
Introducing the JVC Easy One, the first point-and-shoot camcorder. It's so easy, you'll fall in love.
How'd you like to trade that new 1995 Toyota Camry for this Ford Taurus?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Taurus has less room. It's not rated as highly for quality. Doesn't offer the same safety features or even a full-size spare tire. When you look at the numbers, it's obvious. You come out thousands ahead with Camry.
Sure you won't reconsider?
Please.
You're simply the best.
Toyota. I'm your Toyota dealer.
Better than all the rest.
The Maglite flashlight. Brighter, tougher, made in America. Maglite, the perfect gift to brighten the holidays. Maglite.
Right now, every qualifying gasoline purchase earns you points towards free sports apparel, food, and automotive items on Crown's Road to Redemption. So pick up your brochure today, and let's hit the road. Crown, quality gasolines, and a good deal more.
Chris Webber comes out of the game after being hit in the left eye. It appeared that the hand of Christian Leitner got him.
Well, you're going to see his hand come down on the face of Chris Webber.
Juwan Howard has replaced him. Doug Overton is in the game now at point. They're replacing Scott Skiles for the Bullets. Sean Rooks over George Mirasan. Rooks with 4 points, and it's 24-23. Bullets by 1. Mirasan against the much smaller Rooks. Returns the favor.
Yeah, we just understand from the Bullet bench that it's Webber's right eye. It does seem to be a little swollen. I'm sure they're going to keep an eye on it. Hopefully make sure that swelling doesn't get any worse.
Pat Durham, number 30, is in the game now for the T-Wolves as Ryder's shot won't go. And he knocks the ball out of bounds. Durham, who just came in, had a big game last night. He scored a career-high 13 points in the T-Wolves win over New Jersey. The Bullets have Doug Overton, Mitchell Butler, Juwan Howard, George Mirasan, and Calbert Cheney on the floor. Looks like they want to go back to Big George, and foul is called on Mirasan. Kind of a strange call. Looked like Brooks was pushing him.
Yeah, we've had some quick whistles so far this half. Boy, can't agree with that one.
Ryder drops it into Rooks, faces Mirasan, and scores again. It's twice he shot right over George Mirasan to score.
But because of his lateral movement is not so good, I think that once you get him on the move, you can get that shot off over him.
Calbert Cheney is given room by Durham, and airballs a three-pointer. Shot clock still ticking. It's down to 5. Howard strong to the basket. Cheney puts it up. And the Bullets score. 28-25 Bullets. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. T-Wolves have Smith, Ryder, Leitner, Rooks, and Durham on the floor. Leitner on a post up. Isaiah Ryder on the drive, and he was fouled. Foul on Mitchell Butler. And our old friend Greg Foster, playing only his second game with the T-Wolves after being released by the Bulls, checks in.
Well, I hadn't even heard he was released. I saw him playing a Chicago game a couple of weeks ago, and he looked to be playing well. In fact, he was even starting.
Kevin Johnson working on Weber's eye on the Bullet bench. Isaiah Ryder with a nice fake and scores again. 10 points for Ryder. He's the high man for the T-Wolves, and it's a 1-point Bullet lead. Mirasan feeds Howard. Mirasan grabs it and tipped in by either Howard or Mirasan. Howard will get credit for the tip.
Well, it looks like the Bullet big men have gone to passing school. Murison dishes off a nice pass that time.
8:56 left second quarter. T-Wolves like to use a lot of post-up situations and isolation plays. Durham shot blocked by Cheney and grabbed by Murison. Here comes Doug Overton leading the break to Butler. And a foul on Greg Foster. Veteran Mike Brown checks in, replacing Sean Rooks for Minnesota.
Watch this interior defense from Calvert Cheney. Good job, gets a piece of it. Murison gets it quickly, and the Bullets get the ball up quickly. And good transition move. You had Howard and Mitchell Butler filling the lanes, and Doug Overton makes a nice pass. And that's what we talked about earlier over the past few games. Doug Overton coming in and doing a job backing up Scott Skiles, making the right decisions in terms of either dishing the ball off or looking for their pass. And you see the free throw shooting largely in a grade part to the advantage of Minnesota.
Now let's hope the Bullets free throw shooting improves. They were 12 for 27 against Utah. And I understand they brought shooting coach Buzz Brayman into practice yesterday to help them with their free throw shooting. Doug West hammers it down. A tomahawk slam by West makes it 32-29 Bullets. Doug Overton loses it. Murison picks it up. Chris Smith behind the back to lose Butler. Doug West filling the lane. Cheney fires it long for Butler. Great pass.
Boy, they're both teams trying to get up and down. We've seen some good quick baskets.
Murison by himself. Doug West goes right over him to score.
Yeah. It would have been a 2-on-1, but Greg Foster was tying his shoe, so it ended up a 1-on-1 move by Doug West.
Couldn't he have picked a better time to tie his shoe?
You would think so, particularly when he had the opportunity to score.
Illegal defense is called on Minnesota. First violation by Minnesota, so the Bullets will have the ball out of bounds. Jim Lanham's Bullets trying to end a 4-game losing streak. And it was touched by Pat Durham. 21 seconds left on the shot clock for the Bullets. Murison wants the ball, and they get it to him. Over Mike Brown.
Got it over, a lot of contact.
Brown is only about 6'9", so Murison considerably larger, and they want to take advantage of the mismatch.
Yeah, but Mike Brown has that ball. You're not going to move him.
Greg Foster. His first basket. Bullets by 3. Just over 7 minutes left in the half. Juwan Howard, who's had a good first half against Foster. Air ball. Good defense by Foster. West puts up a 3-pointer. Somebody grab it.
A couple of head bots.
Doug Overton lays it in. And here come the T-Wolves pushing the ball up the floor. Bullets lead 38-33. 6:30 left in the half.
Well, looking at the scouting reports, you think that this team doesn't push the ball up. Well, average only about 96 points average. But tonight, they've been really trying to get the ball up and down.
Pat Durham nails a 2-pointer. 38-35 Bullets. Well, Greg Ballard, the assistant coach for Minnesota, was telling us, well, we got a technical foul called on Foster, and Howard are getting into it. I think the technical's on Foster. See how this occurred. On the side, Foster's been thrown out of the game by Steve Jaffrey. Greg Foster's just picked up his second technical foul, and he's been ejected from the game by Steve Jaffrey. And here come the Bullets. bullets, and they may be ejected from the game. No, we're only kidding. We'll be back.
There's only one beer with pure refreshment written all over it. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft and MGD Light. Why so many people are getting out of the old and into the cold.
If you think aftershave has to hurt to work, then you're probably getting burned, because you sure aren't using one with cooling sensates. Sensitive from Old Spice. It's more than a great scent. This is real refreshment. Want proof? Put your aftershave here. Put Sensitive here. If this doesn't take the sting out of aftershave, call 1-800-PROVE-IT and they'll buy you a bottle of yours. Come on. Take the Sensitive Challenge from Old Spice. You're gonna feel a whole lot better about aftershave. I do.
Kay Jewelers presents Cindy Crawford with some very exciting news.
Anyone who knows me will tell you I've got strong opinions. Everything I do, everything I wear has got to be just perfect, right down to the last detail. So when Kay Jewelers asked me to help design my own jewelry collection, I jumped at the chance. I love it, and I know you will too. My collection works with everything in your wardrobe, day or night, and it's affordable. You'll love my colorful collection of heart-shaped rings, pendants, and earrings. This holiday season, look for my collection, exclusively at Kay Jewelers.
HTS coverage of Bullets basketball is being brought to you by your friends at Toyota. For quality and value that's simply the best, see your Toyota dealer today. By Old Spice High Endurance Deodorant and Alcohol-Free Sensitive Aftershave. And by U.S. Air, we serve each and every person one at a time. And the technical fouls are coming fast and furiously. A total of 5 of them so far in the first half. Greg Foster has just picked up 2 technical fouls. He's been ejected from the game. Juwan Howard also picked up one as part of a double technical when he and Foster were arguing. Calvert Cheney converts the free throw. Here's how it got started.
Well, a lot of intense play, particularly with Juwan Howard and Greg Foster. Greg Foster returning to a place where he started his career. And as they go up court, we'll follow the play. And they're mouthing off right now, getting into it, and that's where the double technical was called right there. And a little bit later, Foster got his second technical.
Now illegal defense is called on Minnesota, the second violation, so this will be another technical foul.
And we understand that the second technical was not with anybody on the court, but Juwan Howard, Greg Foster was having a conversation with Chris Webber, who was on the bench at the time.
What did he say to him?
Yeah, he said, I hope your eye gets better so I can play against you. I'd enjoy the opportunity to compete against you.
Weber's back in there, feeds Howard. Ooh. And he's fouled. Boy, Juwan has really been aggressive going to the basket.
Yeah, you can see the difference. That was a nice move to try and finish up with the left hand. Didn't get just enough on it. Fake, gets him up off the air, switches, fake, switches to the left hand. Just doesn't get enough on it.
So updating the technical count, 6 of them so far. 5 technicals and another technical for illegal defense on Minnesota. So that's 6 T's so far.
All in the first half. Right?
Yes. This reminds me of a night
to clean up the game
a couple of years ago.
It's going to be pure pretty soon.
42-35 Bullets. 5:40 left in the first half. Rooks into Leitner with the left hand. He lays it in. 10 points for Christian Leitner, and the Bullets lead by 5. Jim Lynam having a conversation with official Steve Javy about something as Cheney misses another jumper. Still can't get that jump shot to fall. Smith to West for the Jazz. 9 for Doug West, and Minnesota closes to within 3.
As I said, Doug West is an exciting open court player.
Mitchell Butler fumbles it away, and Chris Smith gobbles it up. Out to Pat Durham. He got whacked on the arm. That was on Juwan Howard. Scott Skiles and Anthony Tucker back in the game for the Bullets. But I mentioned this rash of technical fouls a couple of years ago. Steve Javie, I forget the other two officials, but Javie was so prominent that he was involved in a game in which there were a bunch of technical fouls. Things got so bad that not only did Purvis Ellison and Wes Unseld, the Bullets coach, get thrown out, but Hoops, the mascot, was also run from the game.
Ejected, out of here. You're gone.
Game against Portland a couple of years ago. Durham makes 1 out of 2, and the Bullets lead 42-40, but a steal by Chris Smith. He can't cash in, but he thought he got fouled. I think he had a pretty good case.
Somebody got fouled. He jumped into Cheney, or Cheney was on his back.
Skiles on the drive. Strong rebound by Leitner ahead to Doug West. He's a finisher, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He's gotten his last 2 or 3 baskets on transition.
Delay of game warning against Minnesota. They tied the score at 42. Juwan Howard over Rooks. Ooh, that was Doug West with a tough rebound. Leitner got it, and a foul. So Leitner pounding the boards at one end and finishing the break at the other.
And that's not a good sign when you see so many baskets converted in transition. That means either you're not alert or you're just not getting back on defense properly. And again, he's the one that had the ball in the middle, got rid of it, and continued to the basket, and no one picked him up. And Juwan Howard picks up the foul.
And that's the 3rd foul on Juwan Howard. Christian Leitner's had a good first half with 12 points to lead the T-Wolves.
Well, it seems like since those technicals, even though the T-Wolves had a player ejected, that it's the Bullets that kind of lost their fire.
Minnesota leads by 3. And Steve Javie and Scott Skiles are exchanging words about something as the Bullets take a timeout. So it's getting interesting. We'll be back.
It's Subaru all-wheel drive days. Hey, wait a minute. Why don't the other guys have all-wheel drive days? Oh, yeah, they don't have all-wheel drive. They don't have cars that can transfer power from the wheels that slip to the wheels that grip like a Subaru Legacy or Impreza can. No wonder they don't have all-wheel drive days. Of course, they could have. Let's get stuck in the snow days. You only have till January 3rd to lease an all-wheel drive Legacy from dealer stock for $0 down and $299 a month.
So, what for car insurance? Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. A lot of people are afraid of being dropped by their car insurance company, but at Geico, we offer renewal to over 98% of our customers. So we prefer to drop car insurance rates. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
It's time now for the Discover Card Trivia Challenge before Mel and Phil head on the road. Phil has got a 3-2 lead. Gentlemen, we take you down the rather brief history of the Minnesota Timberwolves. I want to ask you, who was the first ever draft choice by the Timberwolves?
Pooh Richardson.
Pooh Richardson. Just like that, we are dead even. Mel Proctor has made his move, heading on the road, tied at 3 in the Discover Card Trivia Challenge.
My man, Phil.
Well, you always have taken victory very.
Always been humble.
It's been very humble and very well adjusted. Yeah.
Scott Skiles and Steve Javie continuing their conversation. Minnesota's outscored the Bullets 10-0 in the last minute and 26 seconds.
A lot of them have been transitional baskets. Just beating the Bullets down court.
Well, you and I were talking about Pooh Richardson earlier tonight.
That's right. Sure were.
Calbert Cheney tries again.
Well, his shot's off. You can see it. We were right behind him when he released that shot.
And Jim Lynam is upset at this call on George Mirasan.
Yeah, it's probably going to be difficult for any offensive rebound he takes. This shot coming off, and like as I said, we were behind. I could see it's off. But with George towering over players, it's probably very often going to look like he's over somebody's back.
Isaiah Ryder curls off the baseline pick, but misses the jumper. Snatched out of the air by Weber. Cheney wants to get a little closer. He's 0 for 8 on jump shots. Murasan stuffs it home.
Did a good job holding on to that ball. Almost lost possession of it.
Calbert Cheney does have 10 points, but his 4 field goals have all come on layups. He hasn't hit a jump shot yet. He's 0 for 8 on jumpers.
Well, remember, he had that one short jumper in the lane there, so we got to count that one now.
No, might give him 1. Looked like Leitner hooked Weber, but the call's going to go against Chris, and that's not a popular call with the Bullets. You'll see on the replay, watch Leitner's left hand.
Yeah, you should see it wrap all the way around Chris Weber. There you go. In fact, grab his jersey.
Should have been an offensive foul. Jim Lynam tells Fisher Greg Willard, see the hook, please. He says, no, Weber pushed him.
He said the foul, then the hook.
14 points for Leitner, who's converted all 8 of his free throw attempts. Well, we've had, 6 technical fouls so far. I believe we're going to see some more fireworks before this game's over, Phil.
Yeah, you got to have that feeling.
Minnesota by 3, 2:50 left in the half. Murasan to Weber. And there's a foul on Doug West, who says, who, me? Come on, Doug.
Boy, the interior big man has turned into passing big men. Murasan comes up, pick and roll here. Skiles gets him the ball. And watch the bounce pass to Chris Weber, who's filling in. And Doug West gets it from behind.
Chris Weber has been having a tough time making his free throws, shooting an even 50% for the year.
That looked good.
Yep. 47-46 Minnesota. 2:40 left in the half. Smith into Rooks. Chris Smith got it. 2-pointer. His first basket. It's 49-46 Minnesota. And they've got a foul on Smith for holding.
Well, that was a smart play by Leitner, knowing that Murasan probably is not going to handle the ball very well. He came in quickly and teamed up with Smith to double team Skiles, and Skiles didn't have much of an option until he got bailed out by the foul.
Right down to the 2-minute mark in the second quarter with Minnesota leading by 3. Skiles for 3. And the long rebound to Chris Smith. Illegal defense is called on the Bullets. George Murasan.
Again, you can always drop in and double team the ball, but you cannot fake in that position. If you step in that painted area, you've got to go.
Minute 59 remaining in the first half. Ryder spots up for the jumper. He's got 12 points, and Minnesota leads 51-46. Scott Skiles barking out play instructions. Murasan out to Skiles. Anthony Tucker nails the jumper.
Once again, you can see teams double teaming as soon as the ball gets down low to players, so those outside players are going to have to hit those kind of shots. That was a good one by Anthony.
Tucker's shown a better outside shot tonight than he has in his previous 4 starts.
I think he's shown a lot more action on defense as well. He's been assigned to Ryder, which is a tough assignment.
Ryder into Leitner over Murasan. Wow. 17 for Christian Leitner. 53-48 Minnesota. A minute left in the half. Chris Weber maneuvering into Tucker, slashing to the basket, and fouled by Christian Leitner.
And that's what you have to do. When those players double team, you've got to either spot up or knife to the basket, find a pass, find a lane to the basket. You're going to see Tucker find that lane, come to the ball. He makes himself accessible and goes strong, picks up the foul on Laettner.
Tucker has had a miserable time at the free throw line. He is 1 for 9 for the season. How about that percentage? That's his second made free throw of the year. 53-49 Minnesota.
They just went from 12% to 20% just in one stroke. How about that?
That's right. Chris Smith lets it fly. Mirsan rebounding. George has 5 boards in the first half. Skiles driving on Doug West, who trips him. Second foul on West, and it will send Skiles to the line.
Doug West a little hesitant about making that switch and was a little late in cutting off the baseline, and Scott was able to turn the corner on him.
Should I mention that Skiles is a deadly accurate free throw shooter, Phil, at almost 91%. He's now made 50 of 55 this year. Attaboy, Scott. His first 2 points of the game, and it's 53-51 Minnesota. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, so Minnesota can use most of the time remaining. They go to Ryder against Tucker. Shot clock is down to 3. Ryder misses. Oh, a loose ball. Who's going to get it? Big George goes after it. As the half comes to an end. Good hustle by George Mirsan.
Well, he may have saved 2.
Because Sean Rooks is about to pick that ball up and put it in the basket. The end of the first half, it's 53-51 Minnesota.
Debbie, these shots are fabulous. Beautiful, Debbie.
Better than the last time, Tony?
Absolutely. It's my job to make sure people look good. A few weeks ago while doing test shots with Debbie, I noticed something. Dandruff. So I told her about Head & Shoulders. You see, regular shampoos merely rinse flakes away, so they could come back. But look, Head & Shoulders helps stop flakes from even forming. See the difference? Yeah, picture perfect. Head & Shoulders turns dandruff problems into beautiful hair.
Person has to deliver many, many gifts. Doesn't want to worry. Doesn't want to break the bank. Goes.
See, offer Steve Jaffee some. I think he'd like a bite. Here's the number to call to order your 6-foot sub or any of your party needs during the holiday season. Call 1-800-SAFEWAY, and nobody does parties better than Safeway. Thank you, Chad, from Safeway. Take these flowers with you too, Chad.
That's what they're called. Flowers.
J.R. Ryder scores for the T-Wolves to make it 55-51. Poinsettias. Double team on Chris Webber. They find the open man, but Juwan Howard throws it down. I think under maybe some circumstances, Calvert Chaney might have taken that jump shot, but the way he's struggling, he decided to pass it off.
And that's the whole idea of double teaming down. You know, you're going to leave somebody open from the perimeter, and unless you start getting burnt out there, you're going to continue to do that.
Ryder goes one-on-one, and he draws the foul. It's on Calvert Chaney. 2 on him. Bullets start the second half with Scott Skiles and Calvert Chaney in the backcourt. Juwan Howard, Chris Webber, and Anthony Tucker up front. The same unit that started the game for the T-Wolves. Winston Garland, J.R. Ryder, or Isaiah Ryder. Christian Laettner, Sean Rooks, and Doug West. Illegal defense called against the Bullets. It's on Tucker, so that's, what, 7 technical fouls now, and Jim Bynum doesn't like it.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to understand, at least where we picked it up. Tucker was right next to Isaiah Ryder, who was crossing over in the lane. And that's Jimmy Lynam's point, trying to make right now.
And Winston Garland converts the free throw. That's his first point tonight. Minnesota leads by 3, and they have the ball. Ryder for 3. Doug West rebounds. And a new 24-second count to work with. West with a 15-footer. 13 points for West, and Minnesota leads by 5.
Still, the Bullets have to find a way to get some perimeter shots so they can loosen up that interior defense. Look at that.
Nice pass. Skiles into Weber, who had sealed off Christian Laettner.
He had him pinned, but still you had 3 other players that were right in the area. If Weber doesn't go straight up with it, they're going to collapse on him.
Chris Weber now has 10 points. Ryder isolated on Tucker. He goes down, no whistle, and Ryder sticks the jumper. 16 for Isaiah Ryder. 5-point Minnesota lead. Bullets run a pick and roll. Weber's pass deflected by Sean Rooks to Christian Laettner. Winston Garland will take the jumper.
He's got a bank shot.
Calvert Chaney on the drive.
3 seconds.
Trying to feed it inside. Is out of bounds to Minnesota.
Once again, you see the effects of not wanting to stop and take that shot. Something earlier in the season we saw Chaney do pretty consistently and have the ability to go either way, either go inside or pull up for that short shot.
Minnesota's done a good job taking care of the ball. They haven't committed a turnover since the first quarter of this game. Ryder goes one-on-one again. He's got some moves, but misses the shot. Skiles launches a 3. Doug West into Laettner. And Laettner's shot won't go. Chris Weber takes it down and clears it out to Skiles. Skiles takes it home. That's his first field goal of the game, and he has a total of 4 points now.
Well, he looked, after looking at that last 3-point shot attempt that just rimmed out, it looked like he was intent on getting himself on the scoring column in the field goal.
And Tucker is over Ryder's back to commit the foul. Second foul on Tucker and the second team foul.
Let's go now, let's go. And now.
Ryder is open for a 3-pointer. Weber and Howard fight for the rebound, and it's saved by Weber, who has 7 boards to go along with his 10 points. That's an offensive foul on Calvert Chaney, trying to set a screen for Scott Skiles.
Well, that was a real quick one. I don't know if that... watch out, watch out.
Here comes Doug West, and he scores, and a foul. The Bullets still reacting to the call, and we're slow to get back. And Jim Lanham wants an explanation from the officials. He wants to know what's going on.
Well, you make the call, very questionable, not a lot of contact. You see that kind of contact in a pick set all the time in this league. And then the Bullets a little slow in reacting. Minnesota wisely puts it up quickly.
And Calvert Chaney has just picked up his 4th foul. Minnesota has opened up a 5-point lead. 16 points for West. And the Bullets will take a timeout. So with 7:53 left in the third quarter, it's 63-57 Minnesota.
There's only one beer with pure refreshment written all over it. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft and MGD Light. Why so many people are getting out of the old and into the cold.
Debbie, these shots are fabulous. Beautiful, Debbie.
Better than the last time, Tony?
Absolutely. It's my job to make sure people look good. A few weeks ago, while doing test shots with Debbie, I noticed something. Dandruff. So I told her about Head and Shoulders. You see, regular shampoos merely rinse flakes away, so they could come back. But look, Head and Shoulders help stop flakes from even forming. You see the difference? Yeah, picture perfect. Head and Shoulders turns dandruff problems into beautiful hair.
How can you be sure you're getting the best meat, the best selection, the best price? Better go to Safeway. Our meat department only has USDA graded beef, great cuts of delicious pork, tender lamb, juicy beef, and mouth-watering poultry, all for prices that are sure to please. And it's all right here. So if you want the best, you know nobody does it better than Safeway.
HTS coverage of Bullets basketball is being brought to you by cold-filtered Miller Genuine Draft. Get out of the old, get into the cold. By Head & Shoulders, and Head & Shoulders Dry Scalp turns dandruff problems into great-looking hair. And by the United States Postal Service, we deliver smart solutions for you. Mel Proctor with Phil Chenier and Al Koken back at the US Air Arena, where the Minnesota Timberwolves have a 6-point lead over the Bullets. There's 7:53 left in the third quarter. Mitchell Butler has checked in for the Bullets.
Calvert Cheney left. He was really frustrated. He's struggling from the perimeter the last 3 or 4 games, so that's, I'm sure, on his mind. And then to pick up a real questionable call like he did for the third foul, and then he was forced to pick up the fourth one. He was very upset, to say the least.
Mitchell Butler for 3.
Now that's a shot we probably wouldn't have seen Mitchell take last year. He worked extensively on his outside shooting over the summer, and you can see him showing the effects.
3-point lead for the T-Wolves as they go into Sean Rooks, and he's called for traveling. Former Bullet assistant Bill Blair, who spent last year with the Indiana Pacers, was an assistant to Larry Brown. They advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals and succeeded Sidney Lowe as the T-Wolves head coach. Howard open underneath and roughed up by Isaiah Ryder.
Well, he knew he had a smaller man on him, but he just wasn't able to turn and pivot himself towards the basket.
Jim Lynam talking with Calvert Cheney, who was 4 for 12 from the floor tonight. Most of his shots have come on layups, and we'll give him 1 short jumper, but his perimeter jump shot just hasn't been there. Weber with a quick spin. Got it. So quick for a big man.
And that's a post-up move, big time.
Foul is on Sean Rooks, his second.
You know, you talk about pet moves. You see Akeem making the spin move and the fall-away jumper. Well, this is one of Chris Webber's.
Weber misses the free throw, though, and it's 63-62 Minnesota midway through the third quarter. Bullets free throw shooting tonight has been pretty decent, 11 of 13. Winston Garland into Ryder. Beautiful pass for the assist. And Ryder now has 18 points. Minnesota leads by 3. They double team Weber. Ball reversal, and Mitchell Butler for 3. Hits another one.
All right. That's going to open up that defense a little bit more, and maybe later on allow somebody like Chris Webber or Juwan Howard to operate inside with a one-on-one situation.
Butler is tied to score at 65. Leitner into Rooks. And Sean Rooks delivers. 8 points for Rooks, who's averaging 10.6 points per game. He was acquired from Dallas Mavericks for a conditional #1 draft pick. He gives the T-Wolves a 2-point lead. Weber fakes the shot, drops it into Juwan Howard, who's called for a 3-second violation.
I think Juwan was expecting the foul call, and so was I. He had just got in there and turned around and posted his man.
Charles Barkley says, we'll be waiting for you. The Bullets will be in Phoenix on Monday, and we'll televise that game beginning with the Bullets report at 8:30 and the game at 9. We will bring you all 4 games on the upcoming West Coast road trip to Phoenix, Sacramento, Golden State, and to Los Angeles to play the Clippers. 4 games in 5 nights, Phil. Can you handle it? That's an offensive foul.
I'll see what I can do, but I know you're going to be right there with me, so that's comforting. Well, they pick up one of the blocking fouls this time. Winston Garland is moving while he sets the pick.
Second foul on Garland. Chris Webber from the wing. Up high for the rebound, Isaiah Ryder. Five minutes left in the quarter. Scott Skiles goes after the steal and misses. Garland misses the shot, though. Rooks with the offensive rebound and fouled by Mitchell Butler.
Even though Mitchell gives up 4 to 5 inches on Rooks, he did not allow him to have an easy basket. Hey, he's going to have to earn it from the free throw line.
Kevin Duckworth and Don McClain, 2 of the injured players, looking on. Rex Chapman is also still out. Kenny Walker back. Unfortunately, his mother passed away, and he went home for the funeral. Our condolences to Kenny. It's good to have him back, and our thoughts are with him. 10 points for Sean Rooks. Minnesota leads 69-65. Juwan Howard runs into a double team, throws it out to Anthony Tucker. Weber almost tipped it in. That would have been spectacular.
Yes, it would, over the top of Sean Rooks, who had inside position.
Doug West with a quick release. .410 left in the third quarter. Minnesota leads by 4. Skiles out to Weber. Maybe one pass too many. Shot clock is down to 5. Weber will have to take a 3.
Yeah. And see, the shot Tucker had was probably a lot better than the one you saw Weber take, so you can't pass those good shots. And you see the whole Bullet team feeling the effect of a tough perimeter game right now.
Sean Rooks with a turnaround, blocked by Weber. Skiles to Juwan Howard, trying to shovel it in, gets it to Weber.
Well, the two continue to try and team up. That time the Bullets were fortunate not to have that ball stolen. Weber came up with the loose ones.
And Minnesota will call a timeout. The T-Wolves lead the Bullets by 2 with 3:21 left in the third period.
Consider this. Since every car has 4 wheels, doesn't it make sense you'd want to get the most out of all of them? That's why you should check out a Subaru Impreza sedan or wagon with all-wheel drive, the ultimate safety feature, which transfers power from the wheels that slip to the wheels that grip. So 4 wheels do the work instead of just 2, proving the old adage that there's safety in numbers. And now you can get a Subaru for this impressive number. See your dealer today.
Kay Jewelers presents a holiday shopping tip from Cindy Crawford.
Well, guys, it's that time of year again, and I know you want to give the woman you love something very special. The problem is you may not know what to get. Well, here's something that would put a smile on my face. A beautiful diamond tennis bracelet from Kay Jewelers.
Show your love this holiday season with a fabulous 1-carat diamond tennis bracelet from Kay Jewelers, just $299.
Let Kay Jewelers make you a little more beautiful, too.
It began in the heartland, in towns small and large. By building on the success of local independent businesses, this once little company has quietly grown surprisingly big. In fact, today it serves you at over 12,500 convenient locations. More than any other company of any kind in America. Citgo. Feel the pride.
It's now time for our dunk of the game, brought to you by Dar Cars, Wilson Powell, Lincoln Mercury, and Marlow Heights, taking a big bite out of high car prices every day.
And this dunk is delivered by Doug West, who gives a quick inside fake, gets Calvin Chaney off his feet, and the tomahawk dunk from the side. And certainly not the first dunk of the game from this guy, Doug West.
Mike Brown, number 40, is in the game now for Minnesota, the 8-year veteran from George Washington. Bill Blair hasn't used much of his bench, mainly because his bench has been very unproductive this year. But the starters are playing a lot of minutes. Traveling is called on Isaiah Ryder, who's hot about the call.
We saw a couple of times in the first half where he was shuffling both of his feet and should have been called earlier, but finally it caught up with him.
Minnesota leads by 2. 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Weber moves to the low post against Mike Brown. Illegal defense. That'll be a technical foul. This one is on Doug West. What's that, the 8th technical foul tonight? 8 teams.
They're mounting up. We get to double figures soon, but Weber does such a good job of passing out of the double team. He's listed at 6'10", but he has such long arms and strong hands. He controls it and can pass that ball with one hand very quickly and accurately.
Bill Blair trying to get an explanation from Steve Javie. Jawan Howard misses the jumper. Doug West rebounds. 2:45 left in the third period. Minnesota leads 69-68. Shot clock is down to 5. They're going to have to put one up. Ryder launches a 3. Chris Webber clears it out to Skiles. To Tucker. And he got fouled. J.R. Ryder got him on the arm.
Good recognition from Scott Skiles. He had really 3 players down, but he maneuvered himself so that he could get that ball to Anthony Tucker.
Pat Durham, number 30, checks in. He played briefly in the first half. Durham in his second year out of Colorado State. Originally a second-round draft pick of Dallas. Also played in the CBA in Europe, as well as a brief stretch for the Golden State Warriors. Chris Smith getting some instructions from Bill Blair as he heads into the game. Now, Anthony Tucker, who had made only 1 of 8 free throws on the year coming into this game, has hit 2 out of 3 tonight. Don't look at me that way. If he misses, I suppose it's my fault.
Thank you. Oh, you're walking a thin line right now. You're playing with fire.
And Tucker gives the Bullets a 1-point lead. The Bullets go to a trap. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
From here,
Bullets don't think so.
Yeah, it looked like it went off of Durham's hand. He just lost control of it. We're not out on the floor, though. Once again, it looks the same way from that angle.
This is the first time the Bullets have been ahead since the second quarter when they were up 42-40. Doug West slides in for the basket. It's tremendous body control, isn't it?
Yeah, he's an exciting player.
T-Wolves back on top by 1. Weber out to Mitchell Butler trying another 3. He's hit 2 of them. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. 1:46 left in the quarter. Tucker goes for the steal.
Boy, Bullets really playing up on those passes and he's trying to not allow them to swing the ball.
Good head fake by West. He takes it to the basket. 20 points for Doug West, the leading scorer tonight. And it's 73-70 Minnesota. And let's see how they call this one. It's foul against Minnesota on Mike Brown.
Well, after the play ended up, I'm sure the Bullets would like to not have had a whistle on that play. Nice behind the back pass from Scott Skiles for Weber, who's cutting to the basket, and he finishes it off with a nice half hook shot.
Each team with 4 team fouls. A minute left in the quarter. Juwan Howard over Leitner. Chris Smith looks to coach Bill Blair for a play. He says run one for Doug West. He's got the hot hand, but his shot won't fall. Skiles on the drive, a collision. That'll be a charge on Skiles as Durham goes down.
Well, Scott thought he could turn the corner, but Durham came in from the outside really to seal off the middle. Watch, he really by Smith there, but has to go a little bit further to the outside to get by Durham.
Sean Rooks replaces Christian Leitner for Minnesota. There's Greg Ballard, the former Bullet forward, talking with Leitner.
Says that sometimes he will, of course, work with the big men. He does some scouting as well.
He played and coached in Italy for 5 years after his NBA career came to an end. Rooks with the runner, blocked by Chris Weber. Bullets can hold for the last shot of the quarter now. Scott Skiles out to Weber. He backs up to shoot a 3. No. That's the end of the third quarter from the USA Arena with the score. Minnesota 73, the Bullets 70.
You're watching HTS, celebrating 10 years of programming excellence.
For most people, a true luxury performance sedan always seems a bit out of reach. That's why Infiniti created the G20, so you could drive a world-class car while you're still young enough to enjoy it. Infiniti luxury and performance at a surprisingly affordable price. You only live once. It's time to get started.
Nationwide Infinity, York and Timonium Roads next to the fairgrounds.
Right now at Luskin's, just in time for the holidays, this 46-inch Zenith widescreen stereo TV is $13.88. Plus, buy any big screen or big tube TV from Mitsubishi, RCA, Sony, Hitachi, or Zenith. Any appliance from GE, Whirlpool, Amana, or Maytag. Buy any total purchase in the store, $9.99 or more, and pay no money down, 0% interest, and no payments until 1996. Remember, only Luskin's has same-day delivery right now at Luskin's.
The Maglite flashlight. Brighter, tougher, made in America. Maglite, the perfect gift to brighten the holidays. Maglite.
To get noticed, show up in leather. To get leather, show up here. Wilson's, the leather experts. All coats shown on sale, $149.99.
Introducing the JVC Easy One, the first point-and-shoot camcorder. It's so easy, you'll fall in love.
To order your Bullet tickets, call 301-NBA-DUNK for partial plans, and for individual game tickets, call 202-432-SEAT. The Bullets' next home game will be December 26th against Shaquille O'Neal and the Orlando Magic, who have the best record in the league right now at 17-4.
The Bullets had their first win of the season against the Orlando Magic, and you see Weber right after that last shot kind of pounding it into his head. I got to make that shot. Got to make that shot.
Well, he backed up to take a three-pointer and missed it as the quarter came to an end. The Bullets have the ball as we begin the fourth quarter. They trail by 3. Chris has seen a lot of double teaming tonight. Mitchell Butler, 3 on the way.
Mitchell Butler, likewise, from that side, has seen a number of open shots. Saw him make 2 3-pointers in the third quarter.
Minnesota running an isolation play, moving Brown and Smith off the play and playing a 3-man game. They do a lot of this kind of thing.
Good pressure from Chris Webber.
West forces one up. Rebounded by Murasov. Doug Overton on the drive. May have been fouled.
A little out of control. He wasn't sure about that shot.
And Doug West gets the whistle. Foul is on Chris Webber, his third. And then to send Doug West to the free throw line. He's had a fine game with 20 points. He's now been in double figures in 10 consecutive games. Over his last 9 games, averaging almost 19 points a game.
Understand that Mitchell Butler has been instructed to put a little more pressure on Doug West, try and deny the ball, keep the ball out of his hand. He's been the one primarily carrying the offense for Minnesota.
21 points for West, the high man in the game. Minnesota leads by 4. Timberwolves trying to win only their 5th game of the year. They're 4-17, and 3 of their 4 wins have come on the road. Murasov. Nope. Mike Brown with a rebound. Minnesota won their first home game last night with a 1-point win over New Jersey. They're only 1-10 at home. They're supposed to have some sort of a home court advantage.
Yeah.
Shot clock is down to 2. Durham puts up a 3 and hits it, just beating the shot clock.
Saw that one coming.
6 points for Pat Durham and a 7-point Minnesota lead, their biggest lead of the game. Webber double teamed again. Mitchell Butler off the feed from Tucker. Never came down, just caught it in midair and laid it in.
I still really sense some of the Bullet players a little hesitant at looking to take that outside shot if they're open. When players get double teamed and they pass out of that double team, you should have an opportunity to get an open shot.
Chris Smith down the lane, kicks it back out. Mike Brown is open, and he gets the roll. First basket for the 8-year veteran from George Washington. Was previously played with the Bulls and the Utah Jazz.
As a player in that situation, Mike Brown not known for shooting and scoring. You'd hate to see that ball rattle around like that and go in.
Webber charging around Mike Brown, who picks up the foul. Calvert Cheney, who's set out a long stretch in the second half, comes back in. Isaiah Ryder returns for Minnesota.
Well, Cheney has 4 personal fouls, plus he's struggling from the field. He was a little upset at the series of events that happened just before he picked up his 4th foul. So hopefully he's had a chance to cool down, refocus, and come in and have a strong 4th quarter.
Calvert Cheney is 4 for 12 from the floor. Doug Overton puts it out. And Murasov commits the foul. Going over Sean Rooks back.
Well, again, I said in the first half, he got called for something similar to that. He's towering over most players. He doesn't jump that well, but with his height and his reach, he's able to get balls before they come down, even though he's screened out.
Christian Laettner back in the game for Minnesota, out to Pat Durham. That's a 3-pointer, and that counts. So the Bullets take a timeout as Minnesota has opened up their biggest lead of the game, a 10-point advantage.
Your Toyota dealer would like to show you how easy it is to make a cheaper car. Start with the Toyota Corolla. Now, take out the front anti-sway bar. Split folding rear seats. Auto-off headlights. The special wheel covers. What you get is a Geo-Prism. So when others claim to cost less, remember, there's a reason. Value. It's a good reason to drive a Toyota. Toyota. And your Toyota dealer.
Simply the best. 3-pointer! Count it!
putters. It's like rain. It's always coming down.
Just a reminder.
If you don't know, you better ask somebody.
If you're talking basketball, Foot Locker knows exactly where you're coming from. Wherever that is. Foot Locker. Where it all begins.
Come on, let's go again.
Ho, ho, ho! Johnny O talking about the Bullets' 12 games of December on HTS. Game 7. The Bullets, too bad. Chris Webber, he's got the winning toot. Juwan Howard coming on strong. These Bullets are ready to go on a roll. Let's take care of Sir Charles, KJ, Marley, and the Phoenix Suns. So get ready for the Bullets and the Suns. Monday night at 9, only on HTS.
U.S. Postal Service points in the paint. Bench scoring 22-15 in favor of the Bullets. Mitchell Butler has 14 of those. Both teams ran the break effectively in the first half. 16 fast break points, but it's been a different story in the second half. More of a half-court game.
Kind of looks that way, yeah. And the Bullets have to get something going, get some transition baskets, but more importantly, find somebody to hit the outside shot to loosen up the interior defense.
Minnesota leads by 10 with 8:35 left. Chris Webber surrounded by T-Wolves all night long. He gets the ball back off a deflection and scores.
Good hustle to follow that ball, even though he mishandled it briefly. And then he makes a nice move.
82-74 Minnesota. T-Wolves have Ryder, Smith, Rooks, Durham, and Leitner on the floor. Chris Smith on the drive. Murasov takes it away from him. A 3-on-1 break. Oh, what a play by Pat Durham. Blocking Doug Overton's shot. Isaiah Ryder out to Smith for a three-pointer.
Well, you see why Durham has quickly become a favorite with the coaches. He's got a lot of hustle. Made a big play on the other end, a 3-on-1. You just got to convert those.
He had a fine game last night, a victory over New Jersey, and has played well again tonight with a couple of three-pointers and 9 points. Durham slipped between 2 Bullets to score. What a move.
Saw him hit 2 key three-pointers as the shot clock was winding down in third quarter, and once again comes up with a big basket for him.
Durham set a career high last night with 13. He has 11 tonight. Webber from Calvert Cheney. 18 for Chris Webber, the high man for the Bullets, and it's an 8-point Minnesota lead with 7 minutes left in the game. Chris Smith is getting a lot of minutes at the point in this fourth quarter. Sean Rooks gets inside and is fouled by George Murasov. There's 4 fouls on Murasov. He'll leave the game. Juwan Howard is back in.
But what happens is he steps behind Rooks to allow his teammate, I think that was Mitchell Butler, to slide through, but at that point he finds himself underneath the basket. That's a no-no.
Sean Rooks, who played his college ball at Arizona, was originally a second-round draft pick of the Mavericks. He has 11 points tonight. For Rooks. Minnesota leads by 10 with 6:47 left in the game. Bullets trying to avert their 5th straight loss, and they have a 4-game road trip coming up. Missing 3 key players. Duckworth, Chapman, McLean. Times are tough right now. Scott Skiles scores for the Bullets to make it 86-78 Minnesota.
Good looking play. That time they ran Scott Skiles off the ball as if he was playing the 2 spot.
Chris Smith for 3. Rebounded by Mitchell Butler. Bullets trying to get back into running mode. Get some easy baskets off the break. Chris Webber with a running hook. Calvert Cheney with a rebound and throws it away. Well, it may have been touched by one of the Minnesota players.
Yeah. And again, you know, the hesitancy in taking that shot, I think in another situation, I think Calvert Cheney's going to go ahead and let that ball go.
Winston Garland is back in, replacing Chris Smith. Cheney lets it fly. Well, he needed that one.
Yes, he did. Not just he needed, the team needed it as well, but for him.
He's 5 for 13 from the floor, and that is the longest shot he's hit tonight. Minnesota by 6 as the crowd comes to life. Ryder shot blocked by Weber. Here come the Bullets. Mitchell Butler's pass is picked off by Winston Garland.
Still say there's nothing wrong with pulling up, taking that jump shot, particularly.
Pat Durham to the hole, and that's an offensive foul.
That was Calvert Cheney that stepped in there and took the charge. Durham trying to force the issue. But on the other end, you know, when you have your big men down court in position for rebound, there's nothing wrong with pulling up, taking that shot. They have inside position sometimes, and that's like getting an assist.
Isaiah Ryder's back in the game, replacing Durham, who played well. Turnover by the Bullets. Styles couldn't handle the pass, and Ryder lays it in. 20 points for Isaiah Ryder. It's 88-80 Minnesota. 5:06 left. If the Bullets are going to make a move to pull this one out, they've got to do it right now.
They had a little bit of momentum going just before that turnover.
Skiles with the runner. And Juwan Howard pushed off on Christian Laettner.
What they've decided to do is run Mitchell Butler at the point and try and utilize Scott Skiles' shooting ability, but they had a little trouble the last two possessions.
It's the fourth foul on Howard. And Minnesota will have the ball in an 8-point lead with 4:50 left in the game.
Still plenty of time, but I think the Bullets are probably feeling a little tight because they have not been able to get on track.
Skiles to Weber. It's really a little too far for him to shoot.
They need that shot.
Skiles down the lane, tries to drop it off to Weber. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota, says Steve Javie.
Well, I tell you what, if he could have run that ball down, it would have been wise to go ahead and run it down and take the call away from the officials.
And Minnesota will call a timeout. So with 4:19 left in the game, Bill Blair and the Minnesota T-Wolves have an 88-80 lead over the Bullets.
$10,000 responsible drivers switch their car insurance to Geico every week. But there's always room for one more. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Same cars, same price, but one of them costs up to 15% less to insure, giving one driver more money toward accessories. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Run, Dancer, run, Prancer.
Nice deer.
What was that?
Santa, get with the program. It's Domino's new Buffalo Wings. Now, when you call for your favorite Domino's pizza, you can get a full order of tangy chicken wings for just $3.99. Beans, milk, and cookies.
Domino's Buffalo Wings.
Car buyers, Wilson Powell Lincoln Mercury says move up to Lincoln Town Car Luxury at down-to-earth prices. Only $29,995 puts you in a fully equipped brand new 1995 Lincoln Town Car from Wilson Powell. $29,995. Or lease this luxury beauty for only $414.74 a month with no down payment. You're never going to see town car prices this low again. So hurry to Wilson Powell Lincoln Mercury in Marlow Heights, where they take a big bite out of high car prices every day.
Scott Skiles draws all the 5 defenders from Minnesota, then tries to kick it out. And it looks like Sean Brooks gets a piece of it, but the last to touch it is Chris Weber. Correct call by the official.
So Minnesota will have the ball with 4:19 left. They lead by 8 points. The Bullets ran the fast break well early in the game. They had 10 fast break points the first quarter, 6 the second, dropped off to 2 in the third, and have none in the fourth quarter. So the break has come to a screeching halt. It's a half-court game right now, and that's what Minnesota wants. That's their style of play.
They've got two players that they like to post up. That's what they're trying to do. Either J.R. Ryder or Doug West. Ryder picks up the foul. He's being guarded by, was that Cheney?
Yep, that's 5 fouls on Calvert. It's also the 15th foul on the Bullets. And it will send Isaiah Ryder to the line. Ryder, who made the all-rookie team a year ago, he's had his differences with Coach Bill Blair this year. Blair said that maybe Ryder should think about growing up. When Ryder heard those comments, he said, I'm going to call a press conference after the game and answer him. And he did.
I've got something important to say, too.
2 points for Ryder, and it's 90-80 Minnesota. They've tied their biggest lead, 10 points, and time is running out. 4 minutes left.
Watch it.
Looked like Winston Garland knocking that ball away from Chris Webber. And Minnesota will take a timeout.
Somebody's got
20.
Yeah, somebody's got to let Chris Webber know that one of the defenders sneaking up behind him. I don't know if somebody did or not, but that's certainly the way you got to communicate out there.
Webber has been forced to play center tonight with the Achilles tendon injury to Kevin Duckworth. He would rather not play this position. He would rather play power forward.
Yeah, but he does so many things well, and of course with Duckworth out, he understands his role with this team is to use his versatility.
4 minutes left in the game. Minnesota leads by 10 points. The Bullets go to a 2-2-1 press. Winston Garland penetrates, throws it back out to Doug West, who's had a big game, and he gets 2 more. 23 points for West. And this is the biggest lead for Minnesota, 12 points. Minnesota has scored 6 straight points. West has hit 10 of 20 shots from the floor tonight. Albert Cheney for 3. Nope, that shot just is not there tonight. Doug West steals the ball.
Boy, that didn't look pretty.
3 minutes left in the game, and Minnesota has a 12-point lead. Leitner screens for Ryder. Leitner's open. Cross court to West, and manages to stay in bounds. He throws one up and almost hit the shot. Shot clock was winding down. He had to shoot it. Calvert Cheney on the drive and fouled by Doug West. It's the 3rd foul on West and only the 2nd team foul.
Well, I watched, this team, watched particularly Calvert Cheney, and I know I've had nights like this where I just could not get the ball in, and you try and mix up, you try and do other things. He's done that well. He's 4 for 5 from inside shots, but at times with Rex Chapman and Don McClain out, you need some perimeter game too. He's 1 for 9 from there. Sometimes you have a problem when you're struggling like that, just to overthink and over be a little bit too settled.
2:30 left in the game. Minnesota leads by 11. Winston Garland trying to get it to Doug West, and it's out of bounds to the Bullets. The Bullets have dominated the all-time series. They have won 7 of the 10 games played between the two teams. Minnesota's in pretty good shape right now with an 11-point lead and just over 2 minutes left. Calvert Cheney. 15 points for Cheney. It's a 9-point Minnesota lead. Bullets need to get some defensive stops here.
Yeah, they may need to force a few turnovers, too, to get their hands on the ball.
Looks like Minnesota's trying to use some of the clock. Doug West lays in 2 more. 25 points for West.
That's a backbreaker there.
94-83 Minnesota. Minute 40 left. And time running out on the Bullets. Hand checking foul is called on Christian Leitner. And Jim Lynam wants to use his 22nd timeout. Well, these are discouraging times, Phil. The Bullets scored only 85 points in the loss to Utah, only 83 tonight. Their best perimeter shooters, Don McLean and Rex Chapman, are both injured. And Kevin Duckworth went down with an Achilles tendon injury. And they've got a 4-game road trip staring in the face, opening up in Phoenix against the Suns.
Yeah, I don't think you, as you look at the upcoming schedule, I don't think you can minimize the effect of losing those 3 players. Number one, you force Weber to have more minutes and play him more at the center spot. You lose your versatility in terms of substitution patterns. And then with Don McLean, a player that is probably the best Bullet at creating his own shots, sitting on, you're going to lose some firepower from the outside.
Scott Skiles misses a 3-pointer. And the T-Wolves have the ball, an 11-point lead with a minute 20 left. They're going to sit on it. Ooh, that's an elbowing foul on Ryder. Four fouls on Ryder. Pretty good acting job, too, by Calvert Cheney.
Yeah, I think he got a blow to the face. I don't think it was that hard, but they're certainly worth calling the foul.
And the offensive foul was only the 11th turnover by Minnesota tonight.
They've done a good job of protecting the ball.
Weber puts up a 3-pointer. 21 for Chris. It's an 8-point lead for Minnesota. Minute 7 left. Bullets trying to trap the ball without committing a foul. They want the ball and they get it. Juwan Howard is fouled by Isaiah Ryder. It's the 5th foul on Ryder.
That's not the foul I'm sure Coach Blair would like to see with his team up by 8 in less than a minute.
It's the 2nd foul in the last 2 minutes, so it'll send the Bullets to the free throw line. Juwan Howard, who's made only 53% of his free throws this year, but he's 2 for 2 tonight. You talk about the Bullets' free throw shooting woes of late. You also have to keep in mind that Rex Chapman is an 87% free throw shooter, and Don McLean 82%. Neither one of them are in uniform.
So you have some of your better free throw shooters not in there, meaning the free throw shots to be taken. Oh.
And Minnesota calls a timeout. Bill Blair wants a win here against the Bullets, where he serves as assistant coach for 6 years, and we'll be back.
Right now, every qualifying gasoline purchase earns you points towards free sports apparel, food, and automotive items on Crown's Road to Redemption. So pick up your brochure today, and let's hit the road. Crown, quality gasolines, and a good deal more.
Holidays are sprinkled with delight, rich and warm, golden and wrapped in tradition. They embrace many cultures and bring together families and friends. These times that bubble with cheer, these times that dance with lights, these are the times we treasure most. From the Giant family to yours, may your holidays be delicious.
This holiday season, while you're shopping, we'll be dropping a ton of money into Discover Card Big Payback. Now, every time you use your card, you're automatically entered in our holiday sweepstakes. The more you shop, the more chances you have to win. weekly bonus prizes of $50,000, or land the ultimate $1 million grand prize. It pays to discover. The card with the big payback.
Right now, every qualifying gasoline purchase earns you points towards free sports apparel, food, and automotive items on Crown's Road to Redemption. So pick up your brochure today, and let's hit the road. Crown, quality gasolines, and a good deal more.
Let's take a quick run through the Washington Post scoreboard. 2 NFL games, Detroit over Minnesota, and San Francisco bombing Denver. In the NBA, Charlotte leading the Nuggets big. Detroit trails at Philadelphia. Miami, no trouble right now with Atlanta. Low-scoring game between Utah and Chicago. Houston by 3 over Boston. The Lakers by 5 over San Antonio. Sacramento and Phoenix tied at 11. Speaking of Phoenix, that's where the Bullets head Monday. We'll have the game for you at 9 o'clock. Back to Mel and Phil.
And we get a delay of game warning against the Bullets. Juwan Howard jumped over the sidelines as Doug West was preparing to inbound. Minnesota leads by 7, 48.6 seconds left in the game. This is one the Bullets really wanted against one of the worst teams in the league. Minnesota 4-17. Only the Clippers have a worse record. They're 3-18. Christian Laettner lays it in. 19 points for Laettner. And it's 96-87 T-Wolves.
Laettner has played really well today, both defensively as well as offensively. I think he's helped his teammates.
Skiles for 3. Now the final seconds of the game, the T-Wolves will win this one. Only their 5th win of the year. And the Bullets will go down to their 5th straight loss. Minnesota just sitting on the ball. And a very happy coach, Bill Blair, heading into the locker room with a victory over the team that he served for 6 years. Assistant coach under Kevin Lockery and then Wes Unseld. Here's his reaction to the victory. So a happy coach and an unhappy Chris Webber as the Bullets continue to lose, dropping their 5th straight. Final score, Minnesota 96, the Bullets 87.
If you think aftershave has to hurt to work, then you're probably getting burned, because you sure aren't using one with cooling Sensates. Sensitive from Old Spice. It's more than a great scent. This is real refreshment. Want proof? Put your aftershave here. Put Sensitive here. If this doesn't take the sting out of aftershave, call 1-800-PROVE-IT and they'll buy you a bottle of yours. Come on. Take the Sensitive challenge from Old Spice. You're going to feel a whole lot better about aftershave. I do.
Kay Jewelers presents a holiday shopping tip from Cindy Crawford.
Well, guys, it's that time of year again. And I know you want to give the woman you love something very special. The problem is you may not know what to get. Well, here's something that would put a smile on my face. A beautiful diamond tennis bracelet from Kay Jewelers.
Show your love this holiday season with a fabulous 1-carat diamond tennis bracelet from Kay Jewelers, just $299.
Let Kay Jewelers make you a little more beautiful, too.
Down, boy. Down, boy. Heel. Lay down. Lay down. Good dog. Lay down on D. NHL 95 EA Sports.
Topol toothpaste removes cigarette stains and polishes teeth. Now you can have whiter, brighter teeth, even if you smoke.
To get noticed, show up in leather. To get leather, show up here. Wilson's, the leather experts. All coats shown on sale, $149.99.
Doug West matched his season high with 25 points, and Isaiah Ryder added 22 as the Minnesota T-Wolves beat the Bullets 96-87. The Bullets getting 21 points from Chris Webber, but the Bullets continued to be plagued by shooting problems with Don McLean, Rex Chapman, and Kevin Duckworth out. In their last game against Utah, they shot a season-low 44%. Tonight, even worse than that, 43%.
Well, you know, for so many years, the Bullets talked about not having a good inside game, not having the strength and the power you need. They're starting to show that with Webber and Juwan Howard and Duckworth when he was healthy. But you see, the need to have that perimeter game going. So one feeds off the other to keep things balanced. And right now they're not getting perimeter shots. And I think that we saw, particularly in the second half, players a little hesitant at pulling the trigger from the outside.
And now the Bullets head west, a 4-game road trip opening up with the Phoenix Suns, who are loaded this year.
Well, I mean, this team is hot right now. They just got through beating New York by 21. They're on a roll. You got to go in there with the attitude, hey, we've got nothing to lose, and see what you can do.
All right, Phil, and that'll do it for tonight. Again, our final score, Minnesota 96, the Bullets 87. HTS coverage of Bullets basketball was brought to you by Foot Locker, the world's most complete athletic footwear store where it all begins. By Safeway, nobody does it better. By Dark Cars, Wilson Powell, Lincoln Mercury, and Marlow Heights, taking a big bite out of high car prices every day. By Geico, one 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Call 1-800-GEICO-15. By Domino's, when it's got to be good and it's got to be now, it's got to be Domino's. And by Nike, who encourages you to participate in the lives of American youths. Don't forget to join HTS Monday night at 9 o'clock when the Bullets travel to Phoenix to take on Charles Barkley and the Phoenix Suns. The evening gets underway at 8:30 with the Bullets Report, hosted by Al Koken with special guest John Feinstein. Bullets basketball is a presentation of HTS and the National Basketball Association. Stay tuned to the Southwest Airlines Sports Desk up next.
All right, thanks, Mel. Welcome aboard. I'm Dave Johnson. Happy holidays. This is the Southwest Airlines Sports Desk for a Saturday night where we have more highlights than the Minnesota Timberwolves have unhappy players, although the Timberwolves players very happy tonight. In fact, victorious. A pair of fives, the story. The Timberwolves getting their 5th win of the season, defeating the Bullets 96-87. For the Bullets, their 5th straight loss, and the Bullets now 2-11 since that big trade. So obviously the Bullets, with some injuries granted, but also trying to still go through a bit of an adjustment period. So the Bullets fall tonight to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Lots coming your way tonight on the Southwest Airlines Sports Desk. We have NFL highlights, we have college basketball highlights, but let's begin the beginning with highlights, or I should say scores and highlights from around the NBA. Tonight, the Atlanta Hawks and the Miami Heat going at it. The Heat trying to snap a 3-game losing streak, and right now the Heat doing pretty well toward that end. In the 4th quarter, the Heat on top of the Hawks 80-59. Kevin Willis with 20 points through 3 quarters of play. Stacey Augmon 10 points through 3 quarters of play for the Atlanta Hawks. He had a great highlight last time. Maybe you saw where he lost his shoe, but still made a great pass. All right, the Detroit Pistons trying to snap a 5-game losing streak tonight. The Pistons right now in the 4th quarter on top of the Philadelphia 76ers by a count of 83-82. Danny Barros with 18 points through 3 quarters of play, and Terry Mills with 29 points through 3 quarters of play as well. And we do have an update on that score. You see it, that now Detroit in front of Philadelphia 88-86. So the Pistons again trying to end a 5-game losing streak. All right, speaking of losing streaks, a lot of losing streaks.